Sorry I'm late. How are you?
Oh, fine.
What's happening?
Well, as you know, when the original cattle feed was sent to the labs, this was sent to an independent lab for examination. All they could see under the microscope was pure cattle feed.
Right.
Now, when I mixed cattle feed with Insulate myself, put it together, and I looked under the microscope, all I could see was pure cattle feed, too.
Right. A microscope cannot separate materials. The gas chromatograph can.
Now, here's a graph of pure cattle feed. See that?
Yeah.
Here's a graph of cattle feed and Insulate that I mixed myself.
Very definite.
Okay. Now, I am going to inject a liquefied sample of the cattle feed sold to the Davises. If it matches the second graph, then we know.
Bingo.
A match. Now we know.
What was the Insulate?
RD2.
You mean those people have been ingesting RD2?
I'm afraid so, but at least now we know the antidote.
RD2? Never heard of it.
It's a catalyst. Has a lot of industrial uses. I wouldn't recommend it for people, though.
Why did it take so long, Quincy? I mean, before that epidemic got started. That barbecue was more than 3 months ago.
Well, first, the stuff had to go through the blood-brain barrier. That accounts for part of the time. Then the symptoms didn't show up until the RD2 reached the critical level.
That's the antidote?
Right here. Drive carefully, will you?
And it was just the other night.
Oh, what?
You were giving up.
We didn't have anything to look forward to then. We do now.
Dr. Jessup here wanted in room 125 right away.
Mr. Davis?
He's had another attack.
Don't take your eye off that.
Dr. Roberts, report to emergency, please.
I'll take him, nurse.
How bad is he?
Complete respiratory arrest. His heart rate's 37.
I've got to get his PO2 up. Isopril.
He's breathing on his own, but very shallowly.
Keep bagging him, doctor. Heart rate is at 80. Get a respirator. If he doesn't improve in the next 5 or 6 hours, I'll trach him.
So all the cases have been confirmed?
All 7. 5 in Tucson, 2 near Flagstaff. And it was traced. Meat from the Davis cattle was sold in supermarkets in both areas.
Yeah, but why weren't there more victims? I mean, right here in Porterville alone, 100 people must eat meat from that steer. We got a handful of cases. Why?
Lou, I went to a party with 20 other guests. We all ate the same food. 5 of us came down with ptomaine. The rest of us were fine.
Individual tolerance?
That and the amount of food consumed, the different toxic levels in the food itself. Now, I think we ought to give this antidote as quickly as possible.
It's exactly what I plan to do.
Just exactly what is in this stuff?
It's a chelating agent.
A chelating agent? Yeah, but that can be toxic in its own right.
Well, it could have some side effects.
Severe ones.
Yeah, but not as severe as what they've already got.
Well, wait a while. I think we ought to wait a little while on this.
Come on, will you? We've been breaking our necks to find out what is wrong with these people and how to treat them. Now that we found out, you say hold on for a while?
We're not sure of anything. All of this is supposition. Now, don't misunderstand me, Dr. Quincy. I think you're right. I think that the RD2 got into the cattle feed. I think the cattle got sick, and I think that people picked it up. Of that, I'm 90% sure.
But not 100.
Not 100%. And until I get hard proof, it could be something else. Now, you're asking me to give drugs to patients that might not help them at all, but could harm them a great deal.
But you said yourself you're 90% sure. We don't know how much time we have. We have to move fast.
Dr. Quincy, please try to understand me. I just don't want this hospital to go down the tubes. Once, I tried to help a man who was in an automobile accident. I was just passing by. His family almost wiped me out. Dr. Quincy, I cannot allow this hospital to be wiped out.
The gentleman will excuse me.
Where are you going?
You said you're 90% sure? I'm going to get him the other 10%.
Couldn't have happened. It's just no way possible.
But it did happen, and it happened the way I told you. The bags got mixed together.
But we take every precaution. No, Doctor, you're wrong.
And why did you suddenly shift the whole Insulate operation to another plant?
It wasn't sudden. We planned that months earlier. I can give you all the proof in the world.
I'm not interested in proof. Look, I'm not accusing you of anything. I'm talking about an accident, not a crime.
Nothing that you have said would hold up in a court of law, and you know it.
Who cares about courts and laws and right or wrong? I care about a lot of sick people here and elsewhere. One of them is a very dear friend of yours. He could die at any moment.
You have the antidote. Why don't you use it?
How many times do I have to tell you? I have to be certain that the Insulate was mixed in with the feed. Now, why don't you tell me the truth?
I have. Dr. Quincy, you're talking about 16 people. My heart goes out to them. It really does. They're more like family than they are neighbors. But if I were to say that this company is responsible for their condition, and I'm not in any way saying that, but if I were to say that this company is responsible, it would involve more than just 16 people. No, let me finish. If this company is guilty, we're laying ourselves open to all kinds of heavy lawsuits. Oh, we're insured, but the coverage isn't nearly enough. We'd have to go out of business.
You worried about business?
It's more than a business. We are the largest employer in this area. There's here, Dos Robles, and a lot of smaller factories. That's 1,000 people, not just 16, 1,000. You put that many people out of work in a county this small, then you add the families in. The ripples get wider and
You're
wider.
rationalizing, Mr. Porter. You really care about those people, or are you concerned about your business? Because what you're saying sounds like one giant cover-up. You knew, didn't you? You knew from the very beginning. You knew that the cattle were eating contaminated feed.
There is no way to prove that those cattle made these people sick. Miss Fields, will you come in, please? Dr. Quincy, I share your concern for your patients. But further than that, I have nothing to say.
Almost. He almost admitted it. I'm sorry, that's not good enough.
But that's as close as we're going to get. See, we can't prove it in the lab.
All right, we'll question some of his employees.
Do you know how long that would take? Weeks, maybe months before we found out anything. We don't have that kind of time. We're going to lose Davis and a couple others to boot.
All right, suppose we use the antidote, and suppose we lose a couple of them that way, and suppose there's an autopsy and no trace of RD2 is found. What then, Doctor?
Dr. Lynch, that is 1,000 to 1 shot.
Yes, and that 1,001 chance pops up and we have to close this hospital. No, I'm sorry. We won't use the antidote.